Hey guys, Brian delivers you the goods here. I'm returning to you for a album review, which this was an album I was supposed to review on July 7th. I didn't get a chance to review it then because I've been a little behind on music, because that week I was like so busy with work and there was a lot of things going on then, that other reviews and all that, but mostly my attention was for my job, because yeah, I was a little busy then. So I didn't have time to review it until now, which is for Nita Strauss's newest album, The Call of the Wild. The Call of the Void, I meant to say. I'm sorry if I said Call of the Wild. The Call of the Void is her new album that I'm going to be reviewing for you guys this afternoon. So I'm going to discuss what I listened to for all 22 songs, which is an hour and a half of an album. So I'll let you know my thoughts on it overall. So let's dive into this album review. Now, yeah, I did listen to like 89.5 minutes of this album because that's how long it was. Summer Storm was a good intro track, good instrumental track, and great start to the album. Really like how the progressive heavy riffs and meaning the heavy guitar riffs and basically the drum work sounded really fast paced, and I really liked that. And Nita Strauss's guitar works pretty good, in my opinion. I think she was a wrestler before she just got into music. Maybe at the same time, I'm not sure. But that's what I was looking into and all that. So, 5 out of 5 for Summer Storm. The Wolf You Feed featuring Alyssa White Gloves from Arch Enemy, which she's got great screaming vocals, by the way, and good singing vocals too. But mostly her screams is what really intrigues me with her as a singer and screamer and all that, because she's got those death growls that I really like. So the Wolf amazing track. I really like the heaviness in this track, and 5 out of 5 for this one. Digital Bullets featuring Chris Motionless. This is with Chris Motionless in it, not the instrumental that I'm going to be talking about later on. I think this was decent, not anything I was crazy about. It's just the chorus didn't really interest me that much, and I was a little disappointed with this one. I like Chris Motionless as a singer. It's just this song wasn't what I was hoping it'd be. I was hoping it'd be very good, but there was a little too much cringy lyrics in the chorus, in my opinion. I mean, the way Chris Motionless was singing it, it just didn't hit that execution mark of being good. So 4 out of 5. But that's just my opinion overall. Through the Noise featuring Lizzie Hale is solid. This one is a little bit of a step up. It's not great, but it's something. So 4.5 out of 5. Consume the Fire is a pretty strong track for an instrumental track, I meant to say. Almost said interlude. It is an interlude, but an instrumental at the same time. It's the same thing. So, basically 5 out of 5. Dead Inside featuring David Dryman of Disturbed. This song was really good. I really liked this one. So I really liked his vocals in it. David Dryman's vocals. It sounded really good and really made me feel for the track, majority-wise. So 5 out of 5. Victorious featuring Dorothy. Really like her vocals in it. And I think she was on the Sleeping with Sirens album. Complete Collapse, I believe, was the album I basically saw her in. Listened to her in and all that for one of the regular tracks after Should Be Happy or something like that. Be Happy. But basically 5 out of 5. Scorched is a pretty strong track for 5 minutes and 26 seconds. You're in for a pretty rockin' track. It's mostly guitar riffs and has some good drum work, so 5 out of 5. Momentum is pretty heavy as an instrumental track, and I really dig this one. Nita Strauss's guitar riffs are great, in my opinion, so really digging this about the song and digging this track, so 5 out of 5. The Golden Trail featuring Anders Frieden from In Flames. I was a little disappointed with Anders Frieden's vocals in it. He didn't have those good growls those good death growls that I'm really used to hearing from him. From the last album, Foregone, he did a lot in that. But this one, he didn't even really try. It's just his vocals were not really landing very well and hitting its mark of being good. So 4.5 out of 5. Solid track, just not anything I would say is great. Winner Takes All featuring Alice Cooper is a solid one. Really digging this track. It's not the worst track, just solid for what it is, so 4.5 out of 5. Good song in its own way. I think Alice Cooper did pretty good with how he was singing it, so really digging it. Monster featuring Lilith Cesar. I think this one was solid. I just don't really see any interest or appeal to it, in my opinion, but it's something interesting because of the heavy drum work and guitar work from Nita Strauss. So 4.5 out of 5. Kintsugi, I believe is how you pronounce it. I'm not sure. Kintsugi or something like that. I might be mispronouncing it. If I am, please forgive me. You can let me know in the comment section below if I pronounced it right or not. But it's a strong track. Pretty good guitar riffs. So really like it. 5 out of 5. Surfacing featuring Marty Friedman is the final track for just the regular edition. So 5 out of 5. I think it's just an instrumental. So for 5.5 minutes, you're not in for much of a track. Then comes the Wolfie Feet instrumental. Really digging the instrumentals, pretty good. So 5 out of 5. It's not really much of a track. You can just get a lot of good riffs from Nita Strauss for her guitar work, and the drum work is pretty good. Digital Bullets instrumental is pretty solid. It's better that Chris Motionless wasn't in it, but I still wouldn't say this is my favorite song. Even the regular version wasn't the best. But I think Chris Motionless tried. I can tell you this, he tried with his vocals in that song, but I wouldn't say it hit a great execution mark of being good. So 4.5 out of 5 for Digital Bullets instrumental. Through the Noise instrumental is pretty solid. Not something I'm really digging, but it's something. So 4.5 out of 5. Dead Inside instrumental is a pretty rockin' song. Really like this one. So 5 out of 5. Even though there's not any singing in it, it still did pretty well. Victorious instrumental is pretty strong. Really like it. As the instrumental track, Nita Strauss's guitar works great, and so is the drum work, so 5 out of 5. The Golden Trail instrumental is pretty strong. Wouldn't say the best, but it's solid. Has its good points and its slight weak points, because it still makes me think of the song with Anders Frieden singing in it, and it's just like, I don't know. I can't get past the fact of that version of it, so 4.5 out of 5. Winner Takes All instrumental is pretty solid of an instrumental. Not something I'm fully fascinated with, but I still think it's alright, so 4.5 out of 5. Still like the Alice Cooper version too, and the instrumental's not too bad. Monster instrumental is a solid one. That the original track had Lilith Cesar, which honestly vocals were okay, but not anything blown amazing me in my opinion. But this version is pretty solid. I don't know if it's a step up or step down, but I'm kind of at the same point where I was with the original track, so 4.5 out of 5. Overall production, mixing, and execution-wise, I think Nita Strauss's new album, the Call of the Void album, was a good album in its own way. Sorry that it took me quite a while to listen to this album. I was supposed to do this review last week. I just didn't come around to it because I had other videos planned, and I was meaning to listen to it. I've been listening to it for the past week or so, trying to find time to really sit down and listen to it. It's just I've been so busy with work and all that, and now I have time to do it. So for an overall score for me, I'm giving Nita Strauss's The Call of the Void album 8 out of 10. Good album in its own way. Definitely recommend checking it out. It's a good album, just I wouldn't say anything that's going to be one of my best albums, but still good for a Nita Strauss debut album. So her guitar works pretty excellent in this album. So 8 out of 10 for Nita Strauss, the Call of the Void album. Thank you guys for watching.